How does an Aosp developer look like? What should an Aosp developer know? These are the questions that you might have asked from yourself. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Mohammed and today I'm going to share my experience with you. The first step is to know what you want to become. A senior Aosp developer, an Android architect, a cybersecurity engineer, or a cybersecurity architect within Android. For instance, as a senior Aosp developer, you might work in different areas: an application layer, framework and system services, going deeper and working on a HAL layer, developing some native application within Android with C++ or maybe Rust, or even going one step deeper, working on kernel, customizing that, doing some tweaks, or maybe developing some device driver within kernel. These are the areas that you can work as a senior Aosp developer. Decide what you want to become. Choose one area at the first step. Get experience and expand your knowledge. You can go deeper, and deeper. And when you are confident enough, you can move on to the next step and learn something more and something new. Let me make an example. As an Aosp application layer developer, you need to cover some topics. The first step is to know how to develop with Java and Kotlin. You may ask, why Java? Because there are lots of code, lots of legacy projects developed by Java that you still need to support or work with them. After that, you need to expand your knowledge about application development, knowing components, knowing how IPC works, which IPC is proper for your problem. Knowing about design pattern and software architecture concepts, all of them are crucial. Working with regular libraries and frameworks. Knowing how to develop some test units, integration tests, and so on. These are only some important topics that you need to cover as an Aosp application layers, and you can expand them based on what project you are working on. You might need to cover new area. You need to explore new topics. You need to learn how to develop, for example, working with Bluetooth or working with NFC, how to optimizing your project. Or maybe you need to implement some specific animation. Based on your application and requirement, you might work with XML layers or working with composable. Two different areas, two different concepts and way of working. So these areas are just some of the topics that I could list out here for an Aosp application layer developer. Deciding on what you want to become and then focusing on one area would be a good approach. But there are some topics that I would like to recommend you to invest your time in them. Android architecture is the first topic that I would like to recommend you to start learning, studying, and researching. The next step is about software architecture concepts and principles. Design patterns is crucial to know how to develop a good code. It's about implementation. Developing effective test units, integration tests, and so on. And afterwards, having a good skill in documentation is something so important. These are the topics that would help you in all the way that you are going into Aosp area. They will help you within the project before starting, after doing that, to make your progress more effective and quicker. The simplest example I can give you here is about documentation, that you might not take it seriously. Yes, documentation. It's very important. It looks very simple, but it's so important. For instance, the newcomers, the new contributors to the project will approach your documentation to see that how the project looks like, to get familiar and get some knowledge and to know or maybe to find out where to start. Besides, it helps you to sharpen your mind, to sharpen your knowledge, organizing your mind and the information in a good way. Well, this video is just an introduction to this area, and I will try to provide more video and share my knowledge with you. Thank you for watching, and if you like the video, please hit the like button. Also, feel free to put a comment in case of having any question or any suggestion. See you in the next video.